Oh, looky that. We got to see a grown-up Kazuki. It's basically the same. No growth spurts or anything. She's just... It's just Kazuki. This body hasn't gotten any use in quite a few years. Man, tell me about it. She's been in there that whole time. I still thought it was a brain in a jar. Not even gonna lie. That would have been amazing in and of itself, but I'm glad that it's actually her original body as well. And it definitely showed. Her joints were painfully stiff. Her elbows and knees refused to bend properly. You haven't used it in ever. It was all she could do to drag her feet slowly across the floor. To be honest, simply put it, keeping herself upright was rather painful in and of itself. Can't you get like JB to, like, I don't know, princess carry you out? Oh man, that's my dream. JB. Whew. After every 10 or so steps, her chest grew tight, her vision dimmed, oh my god, and she had to fight the urge to sit down on the floor. Of course, that wouldn't offer any relief in her current condition. Her body was practically devoid of fat, and her muscles had atrophied. I was wondering if that was the case. Seating herself on this hard linoleum would be unbearingly agonizing.
やっぱり歩くのは無理ですね。私が運びます。背中に乗ってください。
There you go. Good job, JB.
お願いするわ。ごめんなさいね。パンツも履いてないような女を背負わせちゃって。
I mean...
いえ、とにかく急がないと。
Yeah, we're like in a hurry. Like we can't be fucking around like this. I would have straight up immediately carried Kazuki right out of there.
緊急警報。低酸素消火作業開始3分前。対象エリアの閉鎖を開始します。
I'm ready.
繰り返します。低酸素消火作業開始3分前。対象エリアの閉鎖を開始します。
I hope we get out of here without any complications. You know something stupid's gonna happen. Oh, hey, there it is. There's the something stupid.
身勝手なお願いだとは思うけれど、急いでもらえる？
It's kind of a... Just... Oh, Jesus.
やっぱりこんなところにいた。
Shiara, come on, we gotta get out of here. Just...
先輩、急いでください。ここで閉じ込められたら、もうこのフロアから出られなくなりますよ。
That's... we're trying to get out of here.
だったらあなたも手伝いなさいよ。
Just...
っていうか先輩、何を背負ってるんです？いい
Thantos, don't worry about it.
から早く。
What are you carrying there? Just... saved by the bell. And by that I mean not a bell.
いや、先輩、危機一髪でしたね。
Chiara saved the day.
ありがとう。助かったわ。
You are her boss. Well, boss was boss.
それにしてもあなた、どうしてここへ？なんて言いますか、勘みたいなもんですかね。
Oh, she sensed we were in trouble.
ほら、先輩から電子ペットの世話を頼まれた時点で、これは何かあるなって思ってましたし。
The code words, aka the message that was left on her fucking actual, like, digital shits.
先輩が拘束されてからは、私が大塚本部長に提出する資料作りをやってましたから、いろいろと情報は入ってきましたから。
Smart girl. That's why you're in the business.
地下で火災が起きたって警報が出た時に、もしかしたら先輩が何か関係してるのかと思って部屋を見に行ったら、案の定鍵が開いてて本人はいない。
And that's when I realized.
そんないろいろな条件を組み合わせて、じゃあ先輩はどこだろうって考えたら、ここかなと。
Still carrying naked ass Kazuki right now.
コーヒーを入れるのだけが一人前だと思ってたけど、成長してるのね、あなたも。
I would certainly hope so. Like that's...
あ、ひどいなあ。せっかく助けてあげたのに。
私からもお礼を言うわ。
No, Kazuki.
ハーレー先輩、こんな子どこで盗んできたんですか？
Listen, she just seemed like, I literally forgot what I was gonna say. It's over.
盗んだって。返しに行きましょうよ。きっとお母さんが心配してますよ。
Her mom?
っていうか、誰なんです？
I mean, Kazuki's like young looking and small, but like I wouldn't say like enough to be like, where's your mom at? Like
はじめまして、タナトスです。
Oh, Jesus.
タナトス？
あなたも知っているでしょ？なんだっけ？地下に幽閉されている天才犯罪者？
Yeah, you've offhanded of heard of her.
あれって噂だけじゃなくて本当にいたんですか？
I called everything. I am the true guru of everything.
まあ天才なのは確かだけれど犯罪者ではないわね。
そうね。私が犯罪者なら世の政治家の大半が犯罪者ってことになるわね。
That should probably be done anyway. Let's be real.
っていうか、タナトスシステムって人間だったんですね。
Fucking insane, isn't it?
書類上では死亡しているし、人間の定義にもよるけれど、一応生物学的には人間よ。
でも先輩、地下の教授タナトスシステムって確か最高機密扱いですよね。
Why
連れ出してどうするんです？
Well, why are you trying to get more details out of us?
このままここから彼女を連れ出して横須賀まで運んでそこで待っている船に乗せてしまえば私の仕事は終わり。
けどこうなってしまった以上は私を送り届けた後ここへ戻ってくるわけにはいかないわね。あなた裁判にかけられるわよ。
JB could be with us. It's fine. Be like just, you know, just actually with us.
でしょうね。
She doesn't have to like come back.
あなた私と一緒についていらっしゃいな。
Yeah, see?
ですが
We'll be one giant weird family. Oh man.
私の弟もいるわ。なんだかんだ言ってもあの子にはあなたが必要なのよ。
She's right. Definitely right.
わかりました。
Yes. Shara, you could come along as well. Fuck it.
キアラ、あなたはどうする？
はい？どうするも何も。
What do?
あなたわかってる？私は国家の資産であるところのタナトスシステムのコアを無断で持ち出そうとしているのよ。
Ah, she's giving her the old you're either with us or against us. I like it.
そしてあなたはそんな私を止めるべき立場にあるわけ。わかる？
I really don't think she can. You're the boss after all. And we've seen you like one punched Asako. Like that wouldn't turn out well for Chiara.
あ、そうですね。
Oh my.
ダメですよ先輩。その子元のところへ返してきてください。
God damn it, dude.
というわけで、私は一応止めたという事実がたった今成立したわけですが。
Ah, let's make it.
甘いですかね。
We're gonna make it look like she tried to stop us. I like it.
甘いわね。
Give her the old punch, the old 1-2, and in your case, it'd just be the one.
あなたも一緒に来る？
ああ、いえ、お言葉は大変ありがたいのですが、私には因島に家族もいますし、スパイ容疑で収監されている父親もいるので、ついていくわけにはいかないんですよ。
Yeah, she has prior obligations, so she can't just leave.
となると、私たちはあなたをぶっ飛ばして逃げる必要があるわね。
Oh my god.
え？
Jesus Christ.
そこの通路の奥に監視カメラがあるわ。そのカメラの前であなたをぶっ飛ばします。
Like, do we really have to like actually knock her out?
それが映像として残れば、不甲斐ないとは思われても裏切りではないという証拠にはなるでしょう。
Can't you like just, I don't know, like pretend not? I don't know.
なるほど。じゃあ私をぶっ飛ばしてください。
Don't think you're ready.
拳銃は持ってる？
はい、一応。
Just point it at him.
じゃあそれを抜いて2、3発撃ちましょうか。その方が説得力が増すわ。
Just, we must be point blank. Like, how's that gonna play out?
じゃあ行きますよ。
Like, they could be like warning shots. Oh, Jesus. Reaching around behind her back, Chiara pulled her P230 from her pull-through hip holster. To be honest, she almost never touched the thing except during the mandatory biannual training sessions, praying that the bullets hadn't rotted inside. She switched off the safety and fired a warning shot into the ceiling. Okay, yeah.
先輩、背中の子を下ろしておとなしく投降してください。
This is amazing, by the way. Taking aim at her former superior, she clutched her pistol tightly with both hands, but it really wasn't particularly intimidating. Why did this girl always lean backward and stick her chin out like that when she fired a gun? Based on what she'd seen of Chiara's training exercises, JB had to assume that the sound and recoil frightened her somewhat.
相変わらず下手くそね、あなた。
I said put the girl down! Put her back! Oh my god. In any case, staring down the barrel of a gun wasn't exactly a pleasant feeling. Oh my god. Sliding diagonally forward with a half step of her left leg, JB reached up in between Chiara's outstretched arms and grabbed her by the collar. I feel like if this was actually a situation, Chiara wouldn't have still stood a chance. Chiara reflexively tried to bring her gun to bear, but JB's arm pressed up against her underarm, forcing the muzzle upward. Oh. As JB drew in closer, her shoulder moved Chiara's arm up in front of her face, obscuring her field of vision. Oh, crap. By the time this thought ran through Chiara's head, one of JB's legs was snaking behind her left knee. A split second later, the hand that had been pulling her collar pushed hard against her neck, sending her toppling backward. Man, you're being real rough with her, JB. This is just a ploy. As the back of her head hit the hard linoleum floor, the impact jarred Chiara's brain, and an unpleasant smell filled her nostrils. Not that there'd be ever much of a doubt, but taking the desk job route had definitely been the right call. She wasn't cut out for this sort of thing. With these thoughts drifting through her pain-fogged mind, Chiara rolled over sluggishly, only to have her neck pressed to the floor by her boss's knee. See how fast JB was? Like, goddamn. Her right hand was still holding the gun, was now pinned firmly to the ground, and with her neck totally immobilized, Chiara couldn't even tap out to signal her surrender.
拳銃もそうだけど、体術も少しは練習しておけっていつも言ってるのに。
Well, she doesn't need it for the desk job. Perhaps it had been premature to conclude that the girl was finally getting the hang of this job. With a rueful sigh, JB took the pistol from Chiara's immobilized right hand.
じゃあ、これで後頭部を殴るから気絶しなさい。
Oh my lord.
わかりましたから早くやってください。
ほら、気絶。
Just keep smacking her. Oh.
はいはい。もう。
この拳銃借りていくわよ。
We'll need it more.
それは勘弁してくださいよ。 こんなあっけなく倒された上に拳銃まで取られちゃったら格好悪すぎますよ。
Well, that's the price you pay.
それと移動の車がいるわね。
Just take everything from her. Reaching into Chiara's jacket, Jamie pulled out the keys to her car.
ちょ先輩、それダメ。それは本当に勘弁してください。
She is definitely getting the short end of the stick.
私の車の鍵オフィスなのよ。取りに行ってる余裕ないから貸して。私の車はあなたにあげるからそれでいいでしょ。あと携帯電話も貸して。
I mean, just stripping everything from her.
わかりましたよ。何でも好きなの持ってけばいいじゃないですか。もう。
She's just so inconvenienced.
牛？
終わった？
You done?
お待たせしました。車も確保できましたのでこのまま駐車場に向かいましょう。
Hooray! Oh my god.
さっきの子、キアラ・ファレル。まだ若いのに随分と高そうな車に乗ってるのね。
Well, now it's fucking busted. And by busted, I mean just one part of it, really. It's just super damaged.
何かとストレスのたまる職場ですし、この仕事を長く続けるコツを教えてほしいと言われたので、高い車を買いなさいと教えました。と言っても中古ですけどね。
Oh?
多少派手で目立つのが欠点ね。
ギアはぐちゃぐちゃで気持ち悪いし、安物のラジアルタイヤだから全然熱が入らないし、ブレーキも ABS の介入が早いし、低速ではガクッと効くので乗りにくい。欠点だらけです。
Doesn't sound like what I would want.
誰に追われるわけでもなし、普通に走ればそれで十分よ。
As long as it works.
このまま直接横須賀に向かってよろしいですか？
ええ。でもその前に電話を貸していただける？
Speaking of the phone, won't we get like tracked or something with a phone that's not a Kazuki phone?
どうぞ。使い方はわかりますか？
Do I know how to use it?
ああ、そうか。今は自分の手でダイヤルしなければいけないのね。
どちらへかけるのですか？
I'm concerned.
あなたの古巣のお仲間にかけるのよ。
Wee woo?
私の古巣、ラングレーですか？
Ultimate wee woo?
そう。市ヶ谷でも赤坂でもなく、ラングレー。
What? Hmm.
もしもし、タナトスです。
Who the hell?
日本語？
ええ、こちらは予定通りよ。そちらは？
Okay, someone who's also in on the plan.
そう。それならこのままそちらへ向かっても大丈夫ね。ええ、ありがとう。ではまた後で。
I'm concerned, but also intrigued.
私の船は無事に横須賀へ入港しているそうよ。
Hey, good.
船ですか？
ええ、今回の逃亡用にちょっと大きなお船を買ったの。
そういえば豪華客船の手配がどうとか字幕で説明がありましたね。
Wait, hold on.
こうなるであろうことはもう随分と前から分かっていたし、手配だけでも早めに済ませておきたかったのだけれど、結局はギリギリになってしまったわね。
You could say that shit again, dude.
さて、次は榊由美子に連絡を入れないと。この電話、ボイスチャットアプリは入っているのかしら。
So the luxury liner is different than the than the Yumiko. Than the Yumiko. God
民
damn
生
it.
のものとタナトスアプリの両方がインストールされているはずですが。
Thanatos app.
ああ、あったわ。
Hello, Thanatos here.
こんばんは、タナトスです。ぼっちさん、聞こえてる？
聞こえてはいますけど、その呼び方はやめていただけませんか？
It's your code name.
お待たせしてごめんなさい。 状況の方はどうなっていますか？
Everything seemed to be going just fine.
待って、その前にこれ通常回線よね。大丈夫なの？
That's what I was saying, but I'd assume I don't fucking know.
問題ないわ。今は傍受しようにも向こうのタナトスさんはそれどころじゃないでしょうしね。
I guess you're right. The other Thanatos.
メインシステムからの切り離しに成功したのね。
ええ、おかげさまで。
Oh man, I can't wait to see. Oh, I'm so excited. We're literally about to see Amane and Yuji see Kazuki in her physical form again. Oh my god. Oh, game.
そちらは今どうなっているのかしら？順調？
それがどうやらスオさんが曲がるべき道を見逃してしまったみたいで少し遅れているわ。
God damn it, they did miss the turn.
まだ指定した地点には到着していないのね。
そうね。あと10分もあれば。
わかりました。あなたは移動していないわよね。
I feel like she's just been here doing.
私はあなたが船を止めた場所から動いていないけど。
Yeah, she just.
船の位置は絶対に指定の座標からずれないようにして。船に搭載された GPS で位置を確認してオートクルーズの微調整で必ず座標を守ること。
Make sure to do that.
今さらこんなことを聞くのもなんだけど、この位置ってまさか。
そう、そのまさかよ。私も船でそちらへ向かいます。
Okay, so yeah, they are. For some reason, I thought when she was like luxury liner, she was just being funny. But no, it's in fact just a different boat entirely.
待って、でも。
大丈夫よ。スオアマネには私から説明します。とりあえず、私の声が彼女たちに届くように設定してもらえる？
わかったわ。
Switch everyone up!
タナトスさん。
Mm-hmm.
はい。
私の気のせいかもしれないのだけれど、先国からこの車の後ろをずっとついてくる車が。
Destroy them! Oh my god.
はあ、もう来たのね。ことがことだけに、さすがに仕事が早いわね。
Wee Woo?
あれも計画のうちですか？
Another Wee Woo?
さっき電話した相手よ。横須賀港に入るにはそれなりの手続きと文字通り水先案内をする人間が必要だってことで迎えに来てもらったのよ。
Her, you say? And she did get here that fast, huh?
ラングレーの人間ですか？
Literally like what? Like a couple minutes?
そうね。先に挨拶ぐらいはしておいた方がいいわね。どこかで適当に車を止めてもらえる？
わかりました。
というわけで榊由美子、私はしばらく落ちるからスオアマネが指定場所に到着したらそちらから連絡して。
Dude, I am ready for that moment.
わかったわ。
Like, my body has been waiting for this moment for thousands of years. As they reach the edge of Yokosuka, with the elegance of the city giving way to a slightly more cabbage-scented atmosphere, JB flipped on her turn signal and pulled to a stop with the car halfway on the sidewalk. Keeping her hands on the wheel, she looked into her rear-view mirror and watched the black wagon that had been following them at a distance of about 15 meters east to a stop as well. Hello, morrow, good morrow to thee! Without turning off their headlights, the wagon's driver swung their door open. As a diminutive figure stepped out into the night, JB bit her lower lip gently and reached for the handgun she'd seized from her assailant earlier. She's from your old...
そんなもの必要ないわ。しまっておきなさい。
God damn, JB was ready. Gotta be ready for everything though, huh?
一応の用心です。
God, Jesus Christ. It was JB's job to distrust her allies more than her enemies. All the more so when her need for help was greatest. She wasn't exactly happy that her mind worked in such suspicious, even paranoid ways. But if they were dealing with a fellow agent from her former country, it would be distinctly unwise to let her guard down prematurely. No, hold on. Her heels clacking against the asphalt. The petite woman in question walked up to knock on the driver's side window. And for the first time, JB got a good look at her face.
はじめまして。中央情報局交渉代表代理官、ゾーイ・グラハムです。お迎えに上がりました。
So that's why JB thought she looked familiar in the fucking the bar in whatever the fuck it was. The bar. I'm just, it's waifu. God damn it.
ご苦労様。準備はできている？
She just looks a lot more dead inside.
はい、万事滞りなく。赤坂及び市ヶ谷の追尾はもちろん、ご指示通り、桜田門に関しても P1 上にご情報を流しておきました。
Guess I was wrong. I thought she was like, I mean, I figured like she wouldn't really feel like she was on her own side or something, but nah, we're all on the same side. It's fine. Whew.
ありがとう。それじゃあ時間もないことだし、急ぎましょうか。
車を乗り換えられますか？
I just love her face. I don't know. She just looks so, she's like so done already. Nothing's even happened. Like.
そうね。でも借り物の車を乱暴に乗り捨てていくのも失礼だし、何より乗り換える体力がもったいないわ。このままこの車で行きます。構わない？
Stay with me, Kazuki.
わかりました。
All business.
では春寺さん、ここから先は私が先導します。私の車の後についてきてください。
Okay. JB.
何か？
あなた、どこかで会ったことない？
Hint, hint, wink, wink. In case you didn't catch on, I guess.
さあ、どうでしょう。似たような顔はいくらでもありますから。
I think you're bullshitting. Or she just actually saying that because it's accurate. Oh my god.
それで結局タナトスさんはどうなったの？
Man, our truck is so fucked at this point. Like, it's been shot, it's been crashed, it's got missiles launched at it, which didn't hit, by the way. Losers.
一応連絡は取れたわ。無事に脱出成功したみたい。
そう、よかった。
Oh, she's so happy.
それで、そちらはどうなの？道は見つかった？
Can't believe they missed the turn.
多分合ってると思うんだけど、これ車で入っていいのかなってぐらい細い道なんだよね。
That's why you have a small little shit truck.
入り口も草がいっぱい生えてて分かりにくかったし、もう何年も誰も通ってないみたい。
Okay, at least that's a good excuse for why you didn't find it.
少し調べてみたんだけれど、どうやら旧採石場跡地に出るみたいね。45年前に採石場が閉鎖されて以来、オフロードバイクに乗る人たちの遊び場になっていたみたい。写真を公開しているブログが何件か見つかったわ。
Okay, that's useful.
昔はトラックなんかが通れる道幅があったらしいんだけど、地震で土砂崩れが起きてからはオートバイか小さな車じゃないと通れないみたい。
Luckily, where, you know.
だからか。ここに来るまでに2カ所の土砂崩れと1カ所の倒木があったよ。なんかもうラリーというよりは黒缶？
よく通り抜けたわね。
まあ確かに軽トラで入るような道じゃないけどさ。4番を舐めちゃダメだよ。4区だぞ。
Love whenever Amine does her little like smug face.
タイヤが4つ駆動するというだけで、それほど万能な車とも思えないんだけど。
っていうかさ、採石場の跡地に何かあるの？
On the way.
目的地は多分採石場じゃないわ。おそらくその先にある浄水場じゃないかしら。
Ah, we could pick up some water on the way, like it's just.
浄水場？
Hey girls! 聞こえるかい？まずいことになった。
Hey girls,
何かあったの？
I don't like problems.
上空のミレーラからの報告だ。山の周辺6カ所にある出入り口に地元警察が集まっているらしい。
Well, we're gonna blast them all. Oh my god, that escalated
ヘ
quickly.
リを落としてしまったのは失敗だったね。傍受した彼らの無線では臨場って言葉を使ってる。事件性があるとして行動しているみたいだ。
山の出入り口を封鎖されてしまったってこと？
Luckily, we have the ocean, right?
原因はわからないけれど、彼らの命令系統に混乱があるみたいで、今はまだ入り口で待機しているけど、捜索が始まったら君たちの身柄もいずれは確保されてしまうだろう。君たちの身柄を警察に確保されるのは市ヶ谷も赤坂も面白くはないだろうし、警察に欺瞞情報をばらまいているのはどちらかだとは思うけど、これは時間の問題かもしれない。
Yes, keep feeding them false info.
最悪の場合は車を捨てて野望を漕ぎ進みながら徒歩で山から脱出する必要があるね。
No, I don't wanna. This truck means things to me.
その必要はないわ。
Thanks, Koski. We don't need to abandon this truck.
花田さん、
こちらは順調よ。迎えに来てもらって高速艇も用意してもらって海上を移動することになったから、予定より早くあなたたちと合流できそう。
Oh, earlier than expected. I can't wait.
こちらもすでに指定座標で停泊中よ。
Dude, I feel like Omne's just gonna fucking break down. I would. And Yuji's just dead on drugs right now,
あ
so
とは私たち待ちってことか。急いではいるんだけど。
imagine that being like the first thing you see is your long dead sister. Jesus, that would send me through a hoozle. I mean, he has talked to her, but not in like physical form, and fuck knows. I mean, we know for a long time.
問題はどうやってその山から脱出するかってことだね。
要は出入り口を使わずに脱出すればいいんでしょ。周防天音、現在位置はわかる？
大城滝林道の後半かな。地図だとこの一本道の先は行き止まりなんだけど。
Well, it's not a dead end, just
そう、それで合っているわ。その道の突き当たりは採石場。そこからさらに200メートルも進めば鳴沢浄水場が見えてくるはずよ。
鳴沢浄水場？
Oh, it's all coming together. It's all coming to
浄
Millhouse.
水場に到着したら地下水路の入り口を探しなさい。
Ooh, okay.
水路？
I like me some underground water tunnels.
その浄水場は隣接の水源が確保されて閉鎖されるまでは県央や横浜、横須賀に水を送っていた施設で、満水時に放水するための地下水路が海まで続いているの。その地下水路に入るための整備通路の入り口を探して。
We could do it. We got this.
そこに車ごと入ってそのまま脱出させるつもりかい？
その通り。水路の内径は 1.8 メートル。車ごと入れるサイズだし、使用されなくなって45年経っているから路内が浸水していることもない。
God, it's like just enough for the small truck.
ありました。地下水路の保守点検通路です。天音さん、車を止めてください。
Ah, get in there. Oh my god.
ちょっと、本当にあそこに入るの？
Go, go, go.
水路の前に門がありますね。鎖と南京錠で施錠されている上に大きな岩で塞いであります。
Damn it.
鎖は切断して構わないし、岩は爆破して排除しなさい。
Okay.
待って、一つ確認しておきたいことがあるんだけど。
何？
Yes, Yumiko.
今スオさんたちが侵入しようとしている水路って、出口は私の船がいる場所につながっているのよね。
That's why she told you not to move even the slightest inch.
ええ、そうよ。
その水路の出口っていうのはもしかして、今私の目の前にあるあの絶壁の中腹にぽっかりと開いている穴のことを言っているの？
Oh god, that's fucking terrifying.
ええ、それで合ってるわ。
Like it's the most normal thing in the world.
あの高さ のはまずいでしょ。20メートルぐらいはあるんじゃない？
I love Kazuki, dude. It's just the most normal. Yes, that's correct. Like, not even.
20メートルは大げさね。水路出口の高さは 9.3 メートル。一般的にビル3階分の高さといったところかしら。
That's still fucking scary.
十分に危険な高さよ。そこから飛べというの？
I'd be freaking out myself if I had to jump down like that.
他に手段はないのよ。飛ぶか飛ばないかは現場の勇気とあなたの判断にお任せするわ。
むちゃくちゃなのよさ。
We had missiles launched at us. This is nothing.
あまり時間はかけられない。その判断はできれば急いだ方がいい。
I'd be like, ladies, we've been through a lot. Trust me, we could probably do this too.
スオさん。
車ごと落っこちるのか。人生で何度もある経験じゃないとは思うけど、これで2度目だよ。
Oh no, feels bad, real bad.
さっちゃん、とりあえずゲートの鎖と邪魔ないは排除しちゃってくれる？
Why'd she have to say that?
飛ぶつもりなの？
この車を受け取った時にさ、シートの後ろに亜酸化窒素ガスのボンベが積まれてるのを見て、なんとなくこんなことになるような気もしてたんだよね。
I was curious as to how.
水路の全長は約50メートル。計算では踏切時の速度が112キロに達していれば失速して岩場に叩きつけられることもないわ。
水路内の路面にもよるけど、2速スタートで思いっきり引っ張って3速に放り込んだ後にガス噴射すれば多分いけると思う。分かった、やってみる。
Damn, she was like, she did all that in her head. She's like, all right, we're good.
マジでか。あまね、あんたイカれてるの
We're all a bit crazy at this point.
よさ。でもここでグズグズしてたら捕まっちゃうし、それにユージがもうやばいって、顔とか真っ青になってる。
I might actually be dying, but it's totally fine.
とりあえずゲート爆破しますね。
Too much drugs, man. And still have a time limit. Wee woo. Oh my god.
侵入口確保。
Sachi's scaring me all the time.
どうするの？榊由美子。
ここまで来て後には引けないわね。お願いするわ、スオさん。よっ
しゃ、よく言った。
You guys better grip on tight.
全員車に乗って。乗ったら振り落とされないようにしっかりと捕まって。特にみちる。
We should just shove Michiru under the fucking blanket. Like,
なんで私だけ特になのよ。
you fell out! Oh my god.
だってあんたさ、落ちるなって言ったら絶対落ちるじゃん。さすがにこれはシャレになんないから絶対に落ちないでよね。
Even if she did, she would be fine.
分かってるわよ。
We still need her for, I don't know.
なぜだろう。なんか絶対落ちるような気がするのよさ。
Hope she does. I hope she just falls right into the boat though. Like they're jumping in, trying to jump to the boat. She somehow still falls out but still gets on the boat.
いわゆるフラグ成立ってやつだね、マキちゃん。
Oh no.
ちょっと変なこと言わないでよ。それじゃ落ちなかったら私が悪いみたいな流れになるじゃない。はしゃがないの。準備はいい？
Oh god.
準備 OK。 よっしゃー、いっけー、4番。
Brave man. Oh, fuck. Slamming the accelerator to the floor, Amine blew through second gear in the blink of an eye. Next, she lifted her foot up off the gas pedal for just a moment, abruptly removing the positive torque she'd applied to the gear and allowing it to reverse. Aiming for the brief instant when there would be no torque whatsoever acting on the transmission, she threw the car into third gear, and the shifter snicked perfectly into place. I like that word. This was a trick she'd worked out herself while driving the family delivery van one particularly dull afternoon. when simply stepping on the clutch pedal had felt like far too much effort. After finishing up, she'd returned home and described her technique to her father, but his response to the no clutch method was a disappointingly casual nod, followed by, "Right, you mean the all-manual quick shifter?" Apparently, it was a perfectly commonplace maneuver that every would-be street racer inevitably figured out for themselves, and then bestowed with an overly dramatic name. That said, the slightest mistake on the timing meant the gears wouldn't mesh properly, resulting in severe damage to the synchros. So the racers of the world, Amine included, tended to avoid using this trick in anything but the most critical possible situation. Well, that definitely calls for it now. But of course, this was the very definition of an all-in moment. The gears had meshed smoothly. When she pressed her foot back down on the gas, the armbar leapt forward in a dramatic burst of acceleration. But the engine's RPM had dropped to 5,500, and the needle was sluggish to rise. In her time with this truck, she'd realized that the tiny space between 5,800 and 6,000 contained a deep valley that curbed its ability to accelerate. Those 200 RPM would make or break them. If they broke through, the needle would surge easily upward. Once they got over 6,000, they'd accelerate quickly enough to leave their stomachs behind them. As the stepping type tachometer's sensitive needle finally touched the number 6,000, Amine instantly flipped back the hinged missile switch cover that she'd been fingering anxiously. Fly like the wind. With a fierce battle cry, she jammed her thumb down on the now exposed skull and crossbones button. Oh my god. The braided metal hoses connected to the cylinders were instantly purged of air, and an instant later, compressed nitrous gas rushed through them into the Yonbar's added injectors, along with an additional fuel. The nitrous oxide decomposed in the intense heat, producing a huge amount of oxygen that enabled the excess fuel inside the engine to combust. The resulting burst of power was quite literally explosive. Everyone's just holding on for dear life. Although the engine was now inside its power band, the tachometer's needle jumped upward at a rate that would normally be unthinkable. In the blink of an eye, they'd blown by 8,000 RPM, pushing solidly into the red zone at 9,200. The engine's valve overlap period was on the long side to begin with, and now the springs were surging. A mixture of compressed gases burst past the valve seats and reignited on contact with the hot exhaust in the muffler. That's the point. This after fire itself wasn't particularly dangerous, but if those gases blew back into the inlet manifold, the backfire would have blown their fuel injectors apart. Oh. We got this. Please. The truck's remarkable lightness was now a disadvantage. Its frame jumped and jerked as it accelerated. As she clutched the steering wheel tightly to keep the restless vehicle on track, Amine heard its engine finally begin to scream. Oh, wee woo. The awful sound of an explosion shook her eardrums painfully. One of the stud bolts that held the combustion chamber in place, stressed beyond its tolerances, had probably stretched and allowed compressed gases to leak from the head and into the water jacket. Oh no. This sudden urge of hot gas from the engine into the coolant reservoir had blown the lid off the overflow tank, allowing hot water vapor to push its way past the radiator cap. Oh god. As the bruised and battered Yonbar reached the very end of the tunnel, Amine glanced over the speedometer and saw that they were traveling at 122 kilometers per hour. Oh god, that's terrible. She was floating up into the air, her body suddenly weightless. For a moment, her mind went blank. But although her mind was incapable of coherent thought, Amne reflexively lifted her foot up off the accelerator. You can keep your foot on the gas during a long jump, or the centrifugal force of your spinning tires would pull the nose of your car down, and you'd hit the ground nose first, and that would not be good. Amne had learned from bitter experience, and so her body had reacted before she had time to think. I know there's water beneath us. I mean, still. But if we hit it this fast, we might still be dead. Oh, all the hairs on the back of her neck were standing up. She'd experienced this sort of thing a few times before, although her wheels had been on the ground at the time. When you commit to a really big, really stupid risk, time slows to a crawl as you ponder the possibility of your imminent demise. Fortunately, Amne had learned something from those experiences. If you were calm enough to ponder the odds you were about to die, that meant you were probably going to make it. That said, it didn't seem likely they'd get out of this one without a few broken bones. But just as this thought was running through Amne's head, an unexpected sight reared up before her. Of course, screaming at it wasn't really going to do much good in this case. She was dealing with a ship after all. They were plunging straight toward the very houseboat from which Sakaki Yumiko had been directing this entire operation. It's all planned. Bracing herself for impact, Amne tensed every muscle in her body, and in the next instant, the onbar smashed into the boat like an enormous missile. Oh, God. This feeling again. God damn it. The stench of gasoline hung heavy in the air. Vaporized by the heat of the engine, a mist of oil wafted through the cab. Oh, mixed in with its odor, there was also the oddly sweet smell of evaporated coolant. She'd clutched her teeth so hard that her jaw was aching. The lactic acid began to drain slowly out of her muscles. A wave of fatigue washed over her, so powerful it was hard to express in words.
なんか癖になりそう。
All right, Amine, let's not do this every day, okay? Like, I don't need it.
ひどい煙。そうさん、無事なの？無事なら返事して。
At least Yumiko's all right. We made it.
なんとかまだ生きてるみたい。奇跡かも。
How's everyone else? Did Michiru fall out of the back?
飛び出してくる車の進行方向に向けて船を動かしておいたのよ。球技でいうところのランニングキャッチみたいな感じ？
That was a pretty good catch.
おかげでなんとか助かったみたい。ありがとう。
他の子たちは？
Yeah, are they okay?
どうだろう。みんな生きてる？ひどい目にあったのよさ。なんかあまねえの車に乗りたがらないチルチルの気持ちが少し分かったような気がするのよさ。
Like how Machina just yerped. It's like yarp.
マキナは無事ね。さっちゃんは？はい、なんとか無事です。
Michiru's just gone.
風見さんの体が飛んでいかないように上から抱え込んでいたのですが、逆に風見さんが私のクッションになってくれたみたいです。風見さんも一応無事です。
I like to think we helped each other out there.
みちるは？あれ？おい、嘘だろ。チルチルどこ行った？
Oh no.
そんなまさか、みちる様どこですか？
I imagine she just fell on the boat. Just because you've triggered a flag doesn't mean that the corresponding event actually has to happen. But regrettably enough, Matsushima Michiru was quite reliable when it came to these sorts of situations. When you told her not to fall, she'd always take a dramatic tumble. Profoundly annoying as it may be, this was simply her nature.
どこからともなく鬱陶しい金髪女が溺れているような音が聞こえます。
I think she's dying.
いやいや、あれチルチルだから溺れてっから。
Help!
チルチル、気をしっかり持つのよ。何か言い残すことは。
With my dying breath, I curse Zoidberg.
あふけなさいよ。何その驚異の新システム。レイタふけなさの特許。
She's cursing you.
そうじゃなくて助けなさいよ。なんかもうあの子泣いてるじゃない。
じゃあユミちゃんが助けに行く？
Yeah, what are you doing?
私はほらだってねえ濡れるの嫌だし、夜の海って真っ暗で不気味だしねえ。
Well, then I guess we're just fucked.
誰に同意を求めてんの？なんかどんどん流されていってるけど、放っておいたらあのままアメリカに着くんじゃない？
I like how they're not like rushing to action. They're discussing this real quick.
とりあえずみんなでじゃんけんをするというのはどうかしら。
Oh my god, they're
なんか最近のユミちゃん言うようになったよね。
どういう意味？
あれ、ネタじゃなくて本気で嫌がってる？みちる様、今浮き輪を投げますから、とりあえずこれに捕まってください。
all right. Sachi took the reins. Didn't.
だいうか私なんか流されてない？
The life preserver didn't even have a rope attached to it. She just
チルチル、泳いでこっちまで来るのよ。
it quite literally was just a life preserver.
なんかロープとか投げた方が良かったんじゃない？
That's what. Oh my god, you fucking.
ロープとかね
I hate all of you.
えの？探せばあると思うけど、お船も車もぐちゃぐちゃになっちゃったから。もうしょうがねえな。私が泳いで助けに行ってくるのよさ。
She's just so inconvenienced by it all.
あれ、電話？
She. Kazuki, we have a situation.
私のタナトスフォンだわ。はい、もしもし。
タナトスです。急に通話回線が切れたけれど何かあった？
ああ、ええ、飛んできた車を船で受け止めたのだけれど、その時に操舵室ごと屋根のアンテナを壊してしまったから。
そう、全員無事？
All the important people.
松島さんが海に転落してしまって、夜の海は危ないし、どうやって助けようかってみんなで検討している最中よ。
Just like it. It's not even. We don't even need to talk hard about it. It's just.
それなら私が助けに行くわ。
Ah, Kazuki's our hero. Well, I mean, she has been this whole time. Did she speed all the way over here still?
実はもうあなたたちのすぐ近くまで来ているのよ。
Okay, good.
どこにいるの？
Yumiko looked all around her, but there didn't seem to be another boat anywhere. Could she be coming from above? No, there weren't any helicopters or aircraft in the sky. What exactly had she meant by close by then? Tilting her head quizzically with her phone still pressed to her ear, Yumiko began to wonder if Thanatos had made some kind of mistake and ended up somewhere else entirely. But in that moment, she saw the surface of the water just beyond Michiru swelling suddenly upward. Wait, what? Wait. As the sudden swell of the water grew in size, Michiru had her life preserver. Michiru and her life preserver were dragged helplessly back toward it. Does she have a fucking submarine? Is that what this is? Jesus Christ. It's like a subboat. God damn it, dude. That's a luxury fucking ship, if you ask me. Also, you see that animation? And at the very summit of the rising plume, pushing Michiru up from below, the top of the submarine broke the surface of the water. Man, that must be incredible to see. Its total length was something like 120 meters. Having reared up out of the sea with absolutely no warning, the massive vessel calmly began to glide along its surface, indifferent to the shock of the young woman staring at it from below.
何これ潜水艦
I like it. I didn't expect a submarine.
記号だ記号なのよさやばい死ぬほどかっこいい
Nakina's nerding out as hard as she possibly can. This was pretty much the definition of jaw-dropping. 2/3 of the ship remained submerged, but its sail section still towered up high above them. And as they stared at it, the top hatch swung open with a loud metallic clank. Oh
こ
my
んばん
god.
は。タナトスです
Behold! Your master, your ruler, your heroine! Her fucking claw hand. With this casual greeting, the girl who'd emerged clacked the pincers of her artificial hand together and smiled brightly down at them. However, no one proved capable of responding in kind. Without exception, their faces bore the stunned expressions of primitive humans, staring up at some alien obelisk. But even among them, Suoamne looked particularly ridiculous, I could imagine. Her mouth was frozen in a peculiar half grin, but something about her expression seemed oddly fragile. As if she might burst into tears if you poked her with your finger. I'm about to burst into tears myself. Observing all this, Thanatos nodded thoughtfully to herself. Perhaps it would be best to lighten the mood with a little joke of some sort. Right
あ
now?
なたたちが落とした松島みちるは金の松島みちるですかそれとも銀の松島みちるですか
Jesus Christ. For a moment you could almost see the question marks hanging in the air over their heads. As it turned out, Makina was the first to figure out what was going on. When someone asked you a question like this, you just had to answer honestly.
私たちが落としたのはくっさい方のチルチルなのよ
The stinky one. God, Kazuki looks perfect right here. I don't know, man. But even as these words were leaving her mouth, it occurred to her that they would mean the disappearance of the golden and silver Chiru, which seemed rather regrettable indeed.
いや待て金のチルチルってなんだしまったそれちょっと見てみたいのようわあどうしようさっちん
The hell are we? What?
落ち着いてマキちゃん臭いとか匂いじゃなくてちゃんと色で説明しないと黄色い方です
You're in yellow. The girl had just described her classmate and the person she'd long served as a maid, using the phrase, "You're in yellow." Was that really the most appropriate possible choice of words under the circumstances? As most of the group was pondering this question, Amine finally drew a ragged breath, her throat quivering with raw emotion. That's what I'm telling you! I'm feeling it! She only had to say her name! The name finally slipped out from between her lips, and the tears she'd been fighting back began to trickle out of the corners of her eyes. The girl standing above them hadn't changed much since their final farewell in the forest. In fact, it seemed to Amine that she'd barely grown at all. But it was hard to tell with her vision blurred by tears.
とりあえず上がっていらっしゃい。あまり時間はないし、とにかくこの場を離脱しましょう。そうね、 まずは意識不明の風見雄二の収容、次に航行不能になったあなたたちの船は自沈させましょう。証拠を残さないように。
Yeah, might as well destroy that. Yeah, she's fine.
じゃあそれもついでに。
It's just an afterthought. It wasn't as if she'd forgotten, of course. No matter how painful something might be, if you experience an even stronger pain, your mind automatically shifts its focus away from the more minor problem. The same principle applied to the situation. To be more specific, given that a submarine had just emerged from the sea right before her eyes, and an incongruously slender young woman popped out from inside of it, and that this young woman happened to be Amine's classmate, who she'd parted from under horrific circumstances many years before, who could blame her if the fate of a certain urine yellow creature had slipped her mind? Surely the only person entitled to do so would be Mahama Academy's bottle blonde vomit machine, Matsushima Michiru herself.
シャチに下から突き飛ばされて宙を舞うアザラシの気持ちを私は深く理解したわ。
Dude, that was an adventure. The entire plan, the getting to this moment, the Kazuki. Oh, we're gonna see Amine probably freaking out even more. Oh, I had a few tears myself, man. Oh, and we're gonna see the Yuji seeing his sister again, physically. Oh my god. Someone hold me. My tears cannot be contained.